important as we go throughout the semester. And they're actually going to be really important on the next chapter whenever we're doing graphing. Period has to do with how far do you go before the function starts repeating. It's introduced because it's really easy to see on the unit circle. So, this is a topic in trig because all of the trig functions are repetitious. They all have a period to them. They're not the only type of functions that do, but all the trig functions do. And that's easy to see with the unit circle because, after we go around the circle once, we can keep going. So, the period is one time around the circle. And then we go around the circle again. There's another period. Then we go around the circle again. There's another period. And we just keep going. So that's what it means for a function to be periodic. So the period of our functions equals 2 pi or 360 degrees. It gets a little bit more complicated than that, but we'll talk about it whenever it actually becomes important. Okay, range. Range is mainly important with sine and cosine. Notice whenever, sine and cosine are both defined as the y and the x value, right? What is the largest x value that you can be? 1. What's the smallest x value you can be? Okay, what's the largest y value you can be? What's the smallest? So it doesn't matter what happens with sine or cosine. They are always in between those two values. Again, we're introducing it because it's easier to see on the unit circle. It becomes really important later on. The other three functions do not, or the other four functions do not have that restriction. Okay. And that has to do with the division part. Since the others are all have division involved, they don't have that restriction on them. So just those two have that. Yep. Tangent, cotangent, the other two, secant, cosecant, they can all go up to infinity. So their range, cosecant and secant actually have a little bit more complicated range. Again, we'll get to that later. The only two that are really important are sine and cosine. When we start graphing, you'll see all of that. Again, I want you to have plenty of practice with it. Any of the evens that you're concerned that you don't have the correct answer, I have the answer key. You can look at the teacher edition. I have no problem with that.